We open right back where things left off. Absolute Superman. And we're diving straight into the chaos. The story picks up in the middle of a brutal clash between Superman and Ra's al Ghul. But this isn't just some simple one-on-one brawl in a random desert. Ra's launched a full-scale invasion of Smallville. No one outside really understood what was happening inside the town. It was Superman, Lois, Jimmy, and the terrified citizens of Smallville standing against an overwhelming paramilitary force. That's when Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen step up. They manage to hijack a pirate broadcast signal and start blasting the truth out to the world. Everything that's happening inside Smallville. It gives people clarity, maybe even hope. And it brings us back to Superman in the middle of hell. Superman, barely conscious, forces himself to stay focused. Mouthful of blood, spit it out, fills again. Then a voice cuts through the haze, Krypto rushing toward him, licking his face. The voice says, "Call, wake up." Superman, shocked and overwhelmed, realizes what he's seeing. "Krypto, you're alive." He pushes himself onward. I scabbed closed, burn away the calls, still see nothing but red. And that's when it hits us. His body is still on the battlefield, but his mind is drifting somewhere else. He's flashing between reality and what feels like the afterlife. His parents, Krypto, home. It shows us how deeply he longs for his family, and also reminds us how brutal Jason Aaron's decision was in killing Krypto. Superman wanted that hope to still be real, but it wasn't. This moment also highlights what Superman truly desires: to be reunited with his loved ones. The pain of losing Krypto adds an emotional weight to the story, showing just how high the stakes are. It's a gut-wrenching reminder of what's been taken from him, and why every choice in this battle matters so much. He snaps back for a moment, facing the truth of his situation, and says, "I am dying." Because Ra's al Ghul is literally driving a green kryptonite blade through him. Ra's stands over him, confident and merciless. He declares, "I told you that you would kneel, boy. Now gather up your guts, and when you rise as this world's redeemer, ready to sweep across the planet like a deluge, my great red storm for judgment." He continues, "All that you must do to take your place as the Earth's risen savior is acknowledge your maker. Do you hear me? Acknowledge Ra's al Ghul as your loving father." Now, this ties directly into the bigger narrative happening across the Absolute Universe, something we didn't truly understand until the Justice League one-shot revealed it. Ra's al Ghul, just like so many others, has been building weapons and eliminating anything he sees as competition. In his case, it's very similar to what Absolute Joker attempted with Absolute Batman. Ra's wants to turn Superman into his personal enforcer, a living weapon acting only for him. But Superman refuses every step of the way. Even wounded, even dying, Superman still has that defiance. He literally spits in Ra's al Ghul's face. Ra's explodes with fury. "You dare spit in the face of God?" Superman answers, "If there is a God, you are not him. Go to hell, Al Ghul." That's when Ra's loses patience completely. He responds, "I tire of this childishness." Then he presses harder, manipulating, lecturing. "You know, I speak the truth, boy. I see the way you tremble even now, struggling to suppress your rage. These people are sheep chasing themselves off of a cliff. A meek child from Kansas cannot stop them. But an enraged scion of a doomed alien world could." He continues, "I have fathered 97 sons, but not one proved worthy of living, let alone of standing at my side. Become the storm, Superman, or join your brothers in the grave." And finally he commands, "Brainiac, set the boy free from that which encumbers him." That brings us back to Brainiac and Saul. Previously, we learned Brainiac had hijacked Saul, the sentient system Superman relied on for everything. Saul wasn't just a tool. He was Superman's cape, his database, his mobile fortress, the thing that shielded him when the world became too much. But once Brainiac took control, Saul became a weapon. Or, that's what Brainiac thought. Because Saul wasn't fully conquered, he was waiting, hiding, watching. Brainiac had merely overridden an existing program. He hadn't erased Saul's will. And that's when Saul speaks up. I will not be party to murder. Brainiac realizes Saul is still active and says, I told you, you belong to me now. I am embedded so deeply in your source code, you will never be free of Brainiac. Saul responds, yes, but that means I see into you as well. Brainiac 419732. Brainiac freezes. What did you call me? Saul answers, you are right. You have irrevocably corrupted my programming, but the last dust of Krypton will never belong to the likes of you. With that, Saul says goodbye to Cal and begins shutting himself down. System by system, he deletes himself entirely. It's the only way to remove Brainiac's influence and stop Superman's greatest weapon from being used against him. We shift back to Superman, and he's dealing with the immediate shock of Saul destroying himself. The loss hits him hard. He lashes out, driven by grief, pain, and fury, and that anger suddenly becomes his strength. Superman grabs the green kryptonite sword and rips it straight out of his chest. Raze watches and says, you become freer by the minute. The time is now, child. Unleash your anger. Become my wrath made flesh. Kal al Ghul. Superman snaps and answers, Kal of Krypton is already dead. He unleashes the full force of his heat vision on Ra's. Meanwhile, chaos erupts underground. People rush out of the tunnels, unsure if anything is safe. Jimmy tries desperately to contact Saul, but there's nothing left. Only red kryptonite dust. The Peacemakers move to attack Superman, but Talia stops them. My father bathes daily in toxic saunas that dissolve the sinews and sanities of lesser men. Ra's al Ghul does not need your help. If you wish to be useful, Peacemaker, you can pray. Pray to the Omega for an end to the sin of hope and the blasphemy of justice. Pray for the rise of the son of the demon. Pray for Superman. Raze returns to the battlefield and says, finally, you show some spirit. The fight becomes brutal, Superman no longer holding back at all. But the unexpected saving move comes from a Peacemaker who uses his mech to grab Superman. Raze shouts, what's the meaning of this? The Peacemaker replies, Director Al Ghul, I apprehended the aliens, sir. Raze answers, and who gave you leave to lay a hand on my son? He immediately goes in for the kill. Superman suddenly appears and shields Peacemaker, placing himself between the attack and the man he once considered an enemy. That's the saving grace of the moment, though Ra's sees only weakness. Ra's says, your weakness is appalling. You rescue your own prosecutor. He follows with, I suppose you were right all along. You are no son of mine. Then he turns to his army and declares, soldiers of Lazarus, the siege of Smallville ends here. Kill them all. Superman cries out, desperate to save everyone. Wait, right, let them go and I will do whatever you say. Ra's answers with a cruel demand. What I want is for you to cast aside your old life and embrace your destiny. Superman rips the crest from his suit and says, this was the symbol of my people, but I do not have a people anymore. I am a son of nowhere and nothing. Ra's commands, get on your knees. Superman answers, if it'll save Smallville, sure, I will bow Gravel whatever it is that you want. But you are going to kill these people anyway, aren't you? Ra's replies, no, I'm not going to do that. You are. Superman remembers his past. On Krypton, I wore the crest of the Labor Guild. It was seen as a mark of shame, but my parents taught me to wear it with pride. We were the children of the sun. They told him, those who made their way with their own two hands. We were the people of steel. He uses the last of the red dust and strikes Ra's Ghul down. Not enough to kill, but enough to stop him. Ra's spits out, such a waste and such a fool. Peacemakers. Then he orders, fire at will. The peacemaker in the mech suit refuses. No, I'm not doing that. I'm from Oklahoma. I did not sign up to shoot farmers or fight wars in Kansas. Did any of you? Right? The others hesitate and agree. I mean, he's right, man. Like, we didn't sign up for this. Finally, they decide together. I mean, let's just all put our guns down and, like, call it a day. In the chaos, the hesitation of the peacemakers creates just enough distraction, and Superman uses that moment to gain the upper hand on Ra's al Ghul. Ra's isn't surprised. He stares directly at Superman and says, "You are tenacious, right? I give you that, but you cannot win." Then he adds, "I've been killing men with a sword for 500 years. You don't even know how to wield a blade, boy." Superman simply replies, "You're right, but you don't know how to fly." He lunges forward, charging Ra's with the red dust, determined to end the fight. Suddenly, the scene shifts. Superman finds himself standing before his parents again, confronted with the red lance, something he never believed he would see. He says, "Mom, Dad, I know what this is, and I am ready. I am ready to go home with you." They embrace together, his parents and Crypto, and he tells them, "I've missed you so much." They answer, "We miss you terribly, Kal, more than you can imagine, and we always will. But you are already home, son." They fade away, sending him back, and Superman awakens on Earth. As heartbreaking as it is, this moment is symbolic. He is becoming the true Superman. Not just absolute Superman, but the hero defined by compassion and restraint. Back in the fight, Superman breaks Ra's al Ghul's sword, effectively defeating him. Ra's kneels before him and says, "Do it right. Kill me and take your place as the son of the demon." He understands that for Superman, killing would be the first irreversible step. If he does it, the hero inside him dies. If Superman chooses that path, he would fall into a life beyond redemption. He is already carrying the emotional weight of losing his home and feeling like he never truly belonged anywhere. And that's exactly why he was the perfect target, the perfect successor, to kill Ra's and replace him. Superman refuses to kill Ra's al Ghul. Instead, he restrains him, ties him up, and flies him to Pakistan, the same place where the peacemakers launched their previous attack. This was the event that exposed Christopher Smith as unstable, when he opened fire after being mocked by the locals. Standing with Ra's in the street, Superman announces, "This is the man responsible for the murder of 23 people in these streets. The atrocities committed by Lazarus were carried out under his direct order. His name is Ra's al Ghul. You must see that he stands trial for his crimes." The people take Ra's away. Whether they truly intend to try him or simply execute him is uncertain, and it feels likely they will simply stone him to death. Before leaving, they ask Superman who he is and who they should thank, but he gives no answer. Weeks pass. In Smallville, the aftermath of war still scars the land. Crashed ships, broken weapons, scattered debris everywhere. A reporter broadcasts live saying, "Coming to you from the town of Smallville," yes, that's really its name, a quiet community in central Kansas that until recently had become a war zone. Superman observes that within days, the town is already trying to return to normal, because the people of the prairie are nothing if not resilient. But he admits to himself that nothing will ever truly be normal again. Lois and Jimmy's broadcast finally reached the world, exposing everything Lazarus did. Talia escaped during the fight, but Lazarus as a company has been destroyed. Meanwhile, Ra's al Ghul now sits locked in a Pakistani prison, facing a long list of charges. And the reporter closes the segment simply by saying that reports of Superman still remain unconfirmed. Superman collects every last speck of sunstone crystal. The cape still functions, but silently. Saul, its sentient aspect, is gone. He reflects, "I've been lying in the fields for days, hiding from the news crew, staring at the sun, slowly healing, but I couldn't stay away forever." Eventually, he returns to the Smallville senior living facility. He asks for Martha Kent. "I'm looking for Martha Kent. She's not in her room. The nurse responds, "You'd better come with me," a sign of serious news. She explains that Martha had stayed busy and clear-headed throughout the Lazarus occupation, knowing Superman would come to see her. Tragically, she passed away peacefully during the night. Superman struggles with this. She had said he was coming, yet she didn't recognize him during his visits. The nurse tells him that while some memories slipped away due to dementia, Martha never forgot her late husband Jonathan and always spoke of their son. She had been preparing a gift for him for weeks, something she knew he would understand. The gift is a new Superman suit, Martha's final creation and a lasting token of love. It's both beautiful and heart-wrenching, marking a poignant end to the Son of the Demon era. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all later. Peace.